Welcome back to Step Into the Blue. This time, what do you do when a suspect runs from you? Well, for these recruits, the chase is on. And then Class 16 is cooking with gas, and it's spicy. It's enough to make a recruit cry.
Police officers come from all walks of life. Some start their careers right out of college. Others were business people, and many served in the military. But before they become police officers, all of them spend time as recruits at the police academy. Now, join the recruits of the San Jose Police Academy as they prepare to step into the blue.
Today is pursuit training, and that's foot pursuit, not cars. So this course that they're on is probably 300, maybe 400 yards. I just got through walking this whole course. Keyword walking, but these recruits can't walk it. They're running it at full speed. Now what happens is there's a car stop, simulated car stop, and the person gets out of the car and runs as fast as he can. That's one of the recruits playing the part of what we call a rabbit, a person that runs from the police. So they're going to come right through here, and then they're going to head over this wall. Now that wall might not look too tall or very difficult to get over, but as I walk a little bit closer to it, you might be able to see I'm 6 feet tall, and so is this wall, maybe even a little more. And there's no steps or anything else, so very, very difficult to get over. Keep in mind, they've just run 300 to 400 yards. Once they go over the wall, they're going to go inside this building where they have to find and apprehend the suspect. Just watching it makes me tired. So why do they do all this running and jumping? Well, as you might have guessed, part of it is it's really good exercise. But the recruit also has to continually use his radio to provide updates to the dispatchers and the other officers during the pursuit. And that teaches the recruits that they always have to be aware of their location. And then there's always that reminder that you never know what's on the other side of that fence you're about to jump over. As another pair of recruits hot foot around the course, the rest of the class is busy compressing the lawn. San Jose, even in April, is a great place to catch a few rays, and that's a welcome change for former New Yorker Hamdi Habib.
New York today is about 50 degrees. My mom told me it was raining for the past week. This past weekend it was 75 degrees sunny. It's beach weather pretty much. I was going to go to the beach, but I was compelled to stay home and study.
Speaking of studying, sometimes the police academy classroom setting looks like a regular college class. As a matter of fact, the recruits, in addition to getting a decent paycheck while they're here, also earn college credits for attending the academy. But then other times, it probably doesn't look anything like any college class you've ever seen. Ever have an instructor who wore a gas mask? So what's going on?
Today is gas day. I'll be using these lovely gas masks, throwing them on. Hopefully we won't choke and all that other good stuff. And then we're going to be pepper sprayed, OC sprayed. And that's going to be fun too.
Well, I don't know about fun, but it'll definitely be interesting. The recruits will be going for a walk through a building filled with a non-lethal gas that's typically used to suppress a riot. And then, to top it off, they'll be sprayed with OC. That stands for oleoresin capsicum, but it's more commonly called pepper spray. So if it's about as pleasant as a root canal, why do the recruits have to go through this? During violent crowd control incidents or when dealing with combative suspects, it's not unusual for the officers themselves to be exposed to gas or pepper spray. Today, the recruits will discover just how they might react to such a situation. The training also helps build the recruits' confidence that, despite the discomfort they might experience, they can continue to function and protect themselves and others. Right now, though, the only thing in the air is a lot of apprehension.
The video and the footage that they showed us doesn't look like it's going to be pretty fun. To be honest, I'm nervous.
Most of the jangled nerves come from not knowing what to expect, like which will be worse, going inside the gas house or being sprayed with OC.
Probably the OC. It lasts a lot longer with you.
And that seems to be the general consensus. While no one's exactly looking forward to the gas house odyssey, the recruits seem to be more apprehensive about the pepper spray. Meanwhile, some in the class are just trying to figure out who will shed the most tears.
Anslet will be kind of a baby,
But at least he brought provisions.
I brought 6 gallons of water and a jug of milk.
So while he might cry like a baby, at least he's got milk. But just when we thought we had it all figured out who was going to shed the most tears, the question changes.
Who will be the most animated, though, is the question.
Most animated?
Yeah.
Habib Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez.
Emrod.
Jay Rodriguez.
No, J-Rod?
Oh, there he is, right there.
I don't think so.
He'll.
I'll be pretty animated, I'm sure. You're gonna get a lot of-
Somebody might cry, but we're trying to figure that out.
Well, I wouldn't spend too much time on it. What they don't realize is that everyone is going to cry. To familiarize the recruits with the layout of the gas house, the instructors first have them do a walkthrough without the gas. There is, however, always a small amount of residual gas left over from the last training session.
Ooh, that doesn't smell good. Oh, man. I see people.
Next, the recruits line up and adjust their gas masks. And this time, it's for real.
Now we're going to do CN.
What's this going to do?
This is a lacrimator. It's going to cause their skin to burn, and it's going to cause their eyes to water, and their sinuses to drip profusely. So it should be a good time.
Sounds wonderful. Well, we had never heard of a lacrimator either. But one thing that's apparent, once instructor Alan Soroka fires off the canister, the visibility in the room decreases to near zero. The gas is so dense the recruits will use the person in front of them for reference. Once inside, they take off the gas mask long enough to recite their name and badge number before putting the mask back on and heading for the door and the fresh air outside. While this might look like some sort of zombie invasion, walking into the wind with your arms outstretched actually helps clear the chemical agent from your body and clothes.
It burns. Degree does nothing for this. I don't recommend this.
Well, there it is. That pretty much sums up the opinion of all the recruits. Well, almost all of them.
Oh, I'm just so happy right now. We're so close to the end. I'm gonna miss these guys. All my academy mates. The guys from Fremont. The one guy from Palo Alto. Where is he? Come here. I'm here. I'm gonna miss you, man.
It's really tough out.
Emotional moment.
As the instructor said, the gas causes your nose to run a lot. Maybe sprint would be a better word than run. And just to warn you, in a few seconds, you're going to see what we mean. So feel free to look away.
Oh, you don't want to see this.
He's right, we don't.
Good times. Good times. Something new every day.
And good times call for a group photo with all your pals gathered round, runny noses and all. But the good times aren't over quite yet.
Go 3 pills. Oh, my shot's right there. You go.
This is Recruit Salazar, and he and the other members of Class 16 have moved on to Part 2 of today's training, which involves exposure to OC, or pepper spray. It's called pepper spray because the active ingredient is a chemical derived from the cayenne pepper plant. It causes an intense burning sensation in the eyes and on the skin, and it's effective in subduing dangerous, combative, or violent suspects. Like the taser, pepper spray can decrease the likelihood of injuries to both officers and arrestees and reduces the need for a higher level of force. Before getting sprayed, the recruits practice their aim, with their instructors acting as targets. Sometimes you hit the target, and sometimes you don't. And by the way, the canisters the recruits are spraying contain test pepper, an inert water-like substance. But now it's time to pass the pepper. The recruits each receive a short burst of OC, and while it's uncomfortable, this training is designed to simulate what would happen if an officer is accidentally exposed to pepper spray and still must protect himself and others from a violent suspect who's trying to take the officer's gun. After making several baton strikes to the bag, the recruit has to overcome the effects of the pepper spray and handcuff the combative suspect. And that's difficult, especially when just keeping your eyes open is a challenge. Flushing the eyes and skin with lots of water and baby shampoo is one method of getting rid of the burning sensation, although in the case of one recruit with rodeo experience, getting him to think about something else might
What do you
work
have to do
too.
when you team rope?
You got a header and a healer.
Okay, what do those do?
Finally, after plenty of water, baby shampoo, and wind, the burning sensation starts to dissipate. And looking back at today's pepper spray training, what's the best part?
Water. The recovery when you're done, you don't feel it anymore. Burns.
Next time on Step Into the Blue, Class 16's Academy graduation is just days away, but they first have to pass a demanding test of their teamwork and physical fitness. And then, now you see them, and now you don't. The recruits are back at the outdoor firing range.